See that? That is Mayor Grace öffnet seine Pandora-Büchse. That is the artwork that I was showing you a small detail of last week. The one with Boss Tweed and Hubert O. Thompson. Yes, that's what I do now. I put the image on my phone of the thing I was talking about last week in my vlog. Because the previous week I had a portrait of Ulysses S. Grant on there. And friend of the show, Al Badger, commented, "Wow, he doesn't look drunk at all in that portrait." And I told him, "Oh, you haven't seen all the portraits of him. That's not always the case." Because I do, I actually have seen some where, he's clearly been drinking. His hair's messed up, and it's like, they were taking a picture of him, couldn't they have buttoned up his vest the right way? Oh my god. Yes, I voted for Sam Tilden, but anyway. Yes. And that's why he drinks, insubordination. He didn't have to deal with that when he was commanding the army. But once he was president, it's like, stop stealing from the treasury. So it's like, hell no, I've got this good gig going on here, and I don't want you screwing it up, General. Why did I ever put you in charge of the Navy? God, I need a drink. Anyway, this small little drama was brought to you by Confirmed Bachelors, yes. Drainage grate. Yes, I saw the most amazing thing at work this week. A co-worker of mine built, with his own two hands, a drainage grate. This is like it sounds so stupid that I'm making a big deal about this, but this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Because there was the one he's replacing. It's like way out on a park road, way out there, that we only have open, on busy weekends. And the one he's replacing was made out of wood. I was just thinking, what the hell were they thinking? This is a place with, it rains a lot, and there's tree debris, and they just stuck a bunch of 2x4s over the frickin' drainage, little culvert, concrete box thing. And the one that he made is, I was looking at one outside the shop where I work, and there's one that says, made in such and such foundry, Oakland, California, and his that he made just using welding tools and scrap metal that he found lying around looks just as good as something that was made in a foundry back in the 30s or 40s. It's an amazing piece of work. I was just in awe of this thing that he had created. I'm so glad that people actually create stuff like this. It sounds so silly when I'm talking about it, but it was amazing. Anyway, yes, back on the subject of Confirmed Bachelors, and speaking of creating things, I'm halfway through making the actual filming part of my promotional video, which is not very long. It's only going to be 5 minutes. Probably not even that. The reason I'm halfway through is I could have actually done it all last week, except that there was a prop that I meant to pick up, and I failed to do so last week. I actually failed to do so the day before yesterday, which I was supposed to do, because I'm easily distracted. I say, oh look, there's a moth with pretty crescents on its wings. What was I supposed to do? Yeah, that's sort of the life I lead. It's like on the internet too. It's like I go to the cafe with the intent of doing research, and this week it was research for actually an episode that I'm working on. It required me to do research on the theater season, the San Francisco theater season of 1883, because when you're writing this stuff, people are going to call you on it. It's the internet. It's not like it was back in the 60s where people would write these shows, and they figured, oh, no one's going to be watching, no one's going to be still talking about this 30 years from now, and little did they know. But yes, it's just, people like to nitpick. People love to nitpick, so you kind of have to do a lot of fact-checking when you're doing this, especially if you're doing something that's actually based in, a historical era. You really have to go through it with a fine-tooth comb before you actually present it as a final, finished product. So that's why I'm doing research on the theater season of 1883. Anywho, let's get back on the subject of tasting drinks again. It's, as I said, I've kind of exhausted, this is not what I wanted to get. There was something I wanted to get specifically, and I don't think I'm going to find it at a 99 Ranch, but like I said, I've kind of exhausted Hung Fu Tong, because, like, I'm looking at their drinks, it's like, I'm thinking, fresh lemon with honey drink. That sounds really good. Unfortunately, it would not be a very interesting thing to try on camera, but this is Taisun Mesona drink with milk. Look at the label there. It kind of curves around, so I'm just going to like wave it back and forth. The side I'm looking at right now is in Chinese. Now, the people, if you've been watching these vlogs religiously, and why would you? But if you've been watching these vlogs religiously, you'll know that I had Mesona before. Kind of. It was in that explosive herbal tea that I tried that time. But this is my first time having something that's just Mesona and not as part of a blend. Product name, Mesona drink with milk. Yeah, duh. Ingredient: water, sugar, premix, not ceramics, premix, glucose syrup, hydrogenated coconut oil. This stuff will kill me. If I have a heart attack, please contact my next of kin. Stabilizer, dipotassium phosphate, milk protein, anti-caking agent, silicon dioxide, emulsifier, fatty glyceride, monoglyceride citrate. This stuff really will kill me. Coloring agent, beta-carotene. Doesn't look like beta-carotene's in it. Skimmed milk, powder. Mesona. Oh, finally we get to the actual, flavoring thing. Did it say emulsifier on here twice? It did. Whatever. Licorice. Again spelled with a Q. Honey. And potassium carbonate. I think I have to shake this because when I got it, there was actually, despite all the emulsifiers and stabilizers, there was crud at the bottom that had just solidified. So, yeah. This has Mesona in it, so I have to open it away from the computer so it doesn't explode. Again, I'm not really getting a strong scent off of this stuff, which is kind of congruent with the herbal tea that I had that time. Yeah, it's kind of milky and it doesn't really have a strong taste. I don't know, there's some kind of herbal something in it, but, the milk is just kind of killing any sort of flavor I'm getting off of this. It tastes a little like... I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm going to have to try a little more of this, I think. I don't know, it's kind of like a yoo-hoo with a little bit of an herbal something in it. That's really unusual. Yeah, the heavy, creamy taste is kind of overriding any herbal thing I'm getting out of this. It's in there. I can taste it in there, but it's so elusive. This is a very frustrating drink. I like it, but it's very frustrating because the thing I want to taste is just so hard to. It's like reaching out. I can almost taste it. Ugh. Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. I don't know quite what to say about this. Sediment and browning of this product are natural phenomenon. Please shake well before drinking. I almost thought it said, please keep drinking. Don't worry about the sediment at the bottom. Anyway, yeah, Mesona drink. It's tasty. It certainly is. I'm not going to stop drinking that. I do like it. I don't know quite what else to say about it. It's creamy and it has a little elusive herbally taste to it. I don't know. Would I recommend it? Maybe. It's definitely better than Chuan Bay Pipa, I can tell you that right now. Anyway, that's all for now, so see you around.